The case against 6ix9ine and his plea deal that has led him to snitching on many people from the rap community and beyond has caused a lot of things to be said, but the biggest question mark by far is what happens to him when he may be released. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Hinting at her boyfriend's prison release date. In a since deleted caption, 6ix9ine's ride or die indicated he'd be home.
Do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
The arrest that set this all up.
And a gang member who recently pled guilty to 9 felonies and is facing 47 years in prison.
So let's get right to the heart of the matter. But before we dive into why he might get released with no more jail time, we need to talk about what got him into jail in the first place. There's no denying that 6ix9ine built up a great reputation of getting out of jail on technicalities or dumb luck. And I'm talking really dumb luck. He got off on one serious offense via a plea deal. Another time when he was charged with assault, he got off because the person that he hurt begged the judge not to indict him.
And you know how mad all these haters that wish I was in jail is right now?
And so on and so forth. He spent a couple years just bouncing around from one arrest point to the other. It was honestly really sad to watch, to be honest, in regards to him continuing to get away with it. But the one thing that he can't deny is that these acts and his association with the 9 Trey Bloods got him in the spotlight of the federal government, specifically the FBI, who started to work on building a case against 6ix9ine for some time. And this all led to his arrest in November of 2018 on charges of conspiracy, racketeering, illegal possession, and more, many of which are serious offenses, as you'll find out in a bit. What's more, he wasn't alone in the arrest. The FBI went and arrested many former crew members of 6ix9ine for their association with the criminal enterprise they were doing.
Physically, mentally, you know what I mean? I'm strong, can't break, I don't bend, I don't fold. I mean, thank the Lord, thank my family, I'm in.
Though ironically, while they were a part of his crew for some time, he actually fired them 2 weeks beforehand. Though whether he knew what was coming or he just wanted to get rid of them because of personal and professional reasons is still a bit unclear at the time. Getting back to the arrest, the severity of these charges and the fact that the FBI made the arrest themselves ensured that 6ix9ine wasn't going to get off on a glitch or cheap trick. Not only did he go to jail, but he remained incarcerated without bail, and his lawyer actually had to beg for his client to be put into a non-violent wing of the prison so that he wouldn't be, in 6ix9ine's own words, super violated. The judge did grant his request, though this was hardly the last thing that 6ix9ine needed to worry about. For a little over 2 months, 6ix9ine remained in jail as the charges were laid out in front of him. 2 of the charges actually carried life sentences, which meant he was truly in trouble. And even if he somehow dodged those and got convicted in the others, he would find himself facing decades of jail time. Again, he wasn't getting out of this easily. He needed to have something quite literally fall into his lap if he wanted to get out of jail. Thus, he did the only legal move he could. He got a plea deal and became a snitch for the FBI. Specifically, he turned over testimony and evidence that would allow the FBI to actually help prosecute his former crew members. And as of now, he's honestly done a lot of good with that testimony and evidence that allowed him to earn some goodwill that I'll spell out later. At the time of this video, a vast majority of 6ix9ine's former crew have pleaded guilty to certain charges or gotten plea deals of their own, though none as lavish as 6ix9ine's, as it's believed that not only did he dodge major jail time, his lawyers believe that he can actually appeal to the judge to let him out of jail for time served because of his help in putting the others away. But more on that in a bit. Let's continue to focus on the snitching, especially the snitch of his crew and the recent reveals he made about the 9 Trey Bloods, ratting out his crew.
What y'all on?
Yeah.
What y'all on? That's regular. What y'all on?
There are a lot of questions still going around about 6ix9ine and what he's actually done and why he's doing it, specifically when it comes to his former running crew and even his former manager named Shoddy. To put it basically, with the plea deal he got, 6ix9ine agreed to turn over any evidence that would allow the FBI and prosecutors to get convictions and sentences on the other crewmates that were arrested with 6ix9ine in November of 2018. He's done so, and has appeared in court many times to help solidify things to help them get the proof and testimony they may need. Just for his former manager, he eventually pled guilty to certain charges that were documented by a viewer. Shoddy pleaded guilty to 2 charges. They're big charges. He's basically pleading guilty to playing a role in a couple shootings. So you know, orchestrating shootings is a serious federal charge. What does that mean? It means the 2 top dogs have taken pleas, and everybody else is still facing all those Fed charges. We're gonna see what happens in this case and see if it goes to trial, or if everybody just starts taking pleas. It's not looking good. That was without a doubt a very big win for 6ix9ine, as Shoddy had way more connections than 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey Bloods, and so to help him take him down, got him some serious credit with the FBI and the law. What's more, since that specific guilty plea, many of the other crew members have had similar things done to them in one form or another. Some took big hits, while others got left off somewhat easily because of circumstances. But with each victory in his way, 6ix9ine got more leverage and proved that he was willing to do what he needed to in order to get out. Though that does raise the question, why exactly did he turn on his crew so quickly? The workings of the mind isn't always an exact science, but we can talk about what makes a person tick in the most basic of situations. And for 6ix9ine, there's a lot of reasons he was willing to turn on his crew so quickly, and the 9 Trey Bloods as well. By his own admission in a recent court stint, more on that later, he admitted that he was in the 9 Trey Bloods because of the fame and cred that it would get him and his rap career. And love him or hate him, he did make a name for himself and was worth some really good amounts of money. However, as time went on in 2018, he noticed that his time with the group had soared, and it became very evident to him that both his crew and the 9 Trey Bloods weren't out for his best interest. That's part of the reason he fired Shotty as his manager and the others of his crew. He found that they were taking much of his money when he was doing concert tours. What's more, the FBI later revealed via wiretaps that Shotty and other members of the group were planning on roughing up 6ix9ine due to his acting up and constantly gloating, which really was incessant, let me tell you. One of them apparently even noted that the group were going to quite literally take 6ix9ine out if he kept acting up, which the FBI no doubt noted to him so he could understand where everything stood with that crew, and then some. So when you put all of that together, and you remember that the plea deal allowed him to duck most of the charges and potentially get no jail time at all, you can understand why he turned his back on the crew and the group. Whether he'll regret that decision later on is up for grabs, but recent events show that he's got plenty more to say. The recent snitching events.
That's right, people. 6ix9ine is snitching on his gang, and he's going into witness protection.
As of September 18th, 6ix9ine was back in court, but this time around he was spilling the beans about beef the 9 Treys had against other people, including one incident where another such group in Texas, headed up by Rap-A-Lot, refused to let 6ix9ine perform in Austin, Texas because he didn't seek Rap-A-Lot's permission to do so. This is somewhat typical when it comes to certain groups and their turf. They expect a sign of respect as such, but 6ix9ine and the 9 Trey Bloods didn't or wouldn't give it, and the events spiraled out from there. This led to a revenge plot according to TMZ recordings of the trial. As it turns out, Rap-A-Lot Records honcho Jay Prince was in NYC the next month, and Tekashi testified that he and the 9 Treys decided to get revenge. He says Shotty and other gang members stole from Rap-A-Lot reps in the lobby of a building while Tekashi sat outside in a parked car. Tekashi shot video of the incident, which prosecutors played in court, along with surveillance video of the incident. Tekashi said that, as they fled the scene in a car, Shotty got nervous and kicked 6ix9ine out of the car, leaving him to take the subway back to Brooklyn while packing a piece in his hoodie. This wasn't all though. He noted that there was another 9 Trey altercation approved, and it was done on rapper Trippie Redd, and many were wondering if this would indeed come out in court. He specifically went into detail into who ordered the hit, his former manager, who was there when it happened, and more. And that was what came out on just the first day of the recent testimony stint in court. He would later go on to name some big names as potential members of the 9 Trey Bloods, as well as talk about things like the power structure of the group, how the money was earned, all of it. In many ways, he couldn't actually stop talking about it. It was almost like a compulsion, which many people noticed for many reasons. Backlash. Now, while it was very much possible that 6ix9ine could get off on the charges put against him because of his snitching and revealing valuable information to the FBI and beyond, that doesn't mean that he's going to get off scot-free. Mainly, he's been facing a lot of backlash from the rapper community and more. You see, in the rap world, the notion of going to jail for various crimes isn't just a possibility. It's at times almost a certainty. From the highest of stars to the up-and-comers trying to make their marks. A lot of rappers have this ability to get themselves into trouble and go to jail as a result. But when they do go to jail, they follow a simple rule: do your time and don't snitch. This notion of loyalty and respect has grown over the decades, and the ideas of someone snitching, especially someone snitching on a fellow rapper or fellow member of a certain group, is considered one of the highest forms of disrespect. Mainly because in their eyes, there's no excuse for doing that, which goes to show you how the community prioritizes things like that. Anyway, the rapper community has made their feelings known from top to bottom, from legends like Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent to current favorites like 21 Savage and Meek Mill. Everyone is weighing in on the situation. A few are siding with 6ix9ine for one reason or another, while a vast majority are saying that 6ix9ine is done in rap because no one will want to work with him due to him being a snitch. This is a serious blow to a guy like 6ix9ine, who has wanted to live the rapper life in all of its glory for some time. Yet with this indictment by the community, as well as the fans on social media, who have even done a hashtag in regards to him snitching, it's not looking very good right now. There are many ways this could twist and turn. So let's ask the now very obvious question: will 6ix9ine's sentence be commuted to time served?
6ix9ine was transferred, and people were saying that he was released from jail, but obviously he wasn't. He was transferred to a different facility.
Ever since the plea deal for 6ix9ine came out, many different people from various walks of life have gone on record to state their feelings as to what 6ix9ine will and will not get if he lived up to his end of the bargain, which, if not already obvious, he's done. He's gotten many people locked away and given the FBI information that will be crucial to helping take down the 9 Trey Bloods. So when you factor in that information and the indictments, both past and future, based off of his testimonies and evidence, he does deserve something in return. But what? That's what everyone is trying to figure out, especially after this last round of testimony by him. What is 6ix9ine entitled to by doing what he did? Technically speaking, he's already gotten what he is owed. He was given a plea deal, which could have easily been taken away or not given to him at all. He was promised by those in power that he would not be convicted of of the life sentence charges that were against him when he pleaded guilty to the rest, and he was promised a lesser sentence. But what exactly does that mean in the grand scale? No one really knows at present, mainly because his days of testifying aren't done yet. What's more, it will partially depend on the judge sitting on this case and what they feel about the 6ix9ine situation. They could very easily rule that because of 6ix9ine's actions after signing the plea deal and staying in prison throughout the process of getting the convictions, that he has done his time and thus could get off. 6ix9ine's lawyers have even been quoted saying that they are trying to get 6ix9ine that exact ruling, even at one time stating that they are aiming to get him out by September, which is not likely now, but still. But the other side of this coin is also true. A judge could look at the situation and determine while 6ix9ine was very instrumental in regards to helping get the FBI the information and convictions needed, he still did crimes, many crimes, and crimes that led to other crimes. There are also cases that are pending on 6ix9ine, depending on what exactly is going to happen here. So with that, he could still get years of jail time. Maybe not 47, but he could easily get 5 if not more. It just depends on what is in the hearts and minds of the judge and prosecution. What will be his fate? That is the question, isn't it? What is the future and fate of 6ix9ine? Honestly, it's a bit up for debate. His sentencing hasn't been set yet, as it keeps moving around in order to have him testify in the recent sessions and more, but it's expected to happen soon enough, so his fate, one way or another, will be determined. However, there is one other action that could be taken that would get him out of jail, but not exactly in the position he was hoping to be. Mainly, there's a witness protection option, which is still very probable given the scenarios we're thinking. You see, as a part of the plea deal, 6ix9ine got the word of the government that should he feel his life is in danger because of the 9 Trey Bloods, he could be relocated somewhere and put under witness protection. A drastic option? Absolutely. But the 9 Trey Bloods are no joke, and they aren't to be messed with on any level unless you're someone like the FBI. And thus for 6ix9ine, who now has lost a lot of friends and followers, the government may be the only people that he can count on right now. Of course, should he go under the knife, so to speak, of witness protection, that would mean that he wouldn't be able to be 6ix9ine anymore. He would need to go and reinvent himself with a new look, new identity, and more. So in this case, the price of snitching and his freedom might just be the life that he tried to build for himself. Then again, you can also view this as a true second chance option that helps him get the life that he needs in order to both get away from those who hurt him or would hurt him and try to get better. At this point, it's very much up for grabs, which no doubt is on the mind of 6ix9ine right now. So as you can see, 2019 is going to be a very long, very stressful, and very arduous year for 6ix9ine. How it's going to end is anyone's guess at this point, and that's not going to change until a court ruling is handed down. And there you have it, everyone. A detailed look at how 6ix9ine snitching might just get him off the hook for everything he has done as of late. Do you think that's what it'll come to when the time comes? Do you think he'll still be in jail for some time despite what good he has done? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on King Trending.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.